Yeah, I think my internet must have cut for a second. Am I back on? Yeah. I think I'm still, but I'm on. I don't know. So did it? Oh, you can see me? Okay. Creepy. I'm just kidding. So is there two videos now? I got friends in low places where the whiskey chases. No, that's not what it is. Sorry, you guys. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was trying to see if there's two videos now. I don't think I'm on the right. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Okay. We're working on it. Sorry, we're having a technical interruption. I got friends in low places. Yeah, okay, so there's two videos now. Damn. That's okay. Um, Now it'll just be two short videos, unfortunately. People don't typically rewatch the short one. Oh well. I got friends in Yeah, yeah. I do mean that. What's the tilt thing for? I don't get that. Oh, everybody left. Damn. Dude, what? Dude. Oh, duh. Dude. Um, Sorry, I was doing something because the video. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Um, dude, 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 dude. What's mine say? Sweet. What's mine say? Dude. What's mine say? Sweet. What's mine say? Dude. What's mine say? Sweet. Kind of make that joke every time I wear this shirt. What was I doing though? What were we talking about before the disruption, anyways? Oh, well, I guess it ain't the topic no more. But what else is up with y'all? I actually want to take this off, which is weird. We'll get to Kurt, like we will. I just didn't want to do the back to back. I'm less exhausted that way. Bracelet totally matches the fit. It's like the first time wearing it on stream because somebody made it for me like yesterday. Thank you, Cornflake. It's Mistex. Um, yeah, so what's up? Good luck with that. I can't do dabs. It's true. It's been going on for the past week. I've been getting that message and sharing it with people in real life too. Um, Sorry, this is real life, but non-virtual or like virtual reality or like reality virtual, whatever. Okay. Yank. Did someone say yank? Can't even laugh up better when I'm drinking. Ride dick like a pro, throw the pussy like I'm famous. This pussy feels so good, feel like the rubber on faded. You ain't gotta tell me, I know this pussy be yanking. Oh my god, what? Yeah, okay. I know this pussy be yanking, this pussy be yanking. So true. Oh, that's what it was. We were talking about alcohol that we like. That's such a good point. We need to not drink this month or it's gonna screw up our fucking whole year. Literally. If you drank already, it was only a little bit, but it's time to take the month off. Just Pisces season. It's not even a full month. I don't know. Ghost win this round. Yeah. 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 Same. That it's just not my thing. Did we get cut out again? It's just never really been my thing. I prefer weed and psychedelics and shit. I won't even lie. I don't even really do that anymore, but in all my experience with all the drugs that I've done, from like pills to fucking um, powder, if you will, to like all different kinds of liquids, psychedelics are just always going to be my drug of choice because everything else just seems boring in comparison. Like, sure, I could be stimulated for 20 minutes and then like get more stimulated for another 20 minutes, but I could also just drink a Red Bull. Like, I don't know, it's like not that important to me to do things like cocaine. Rolling's cool, but it's also like, what's the end game? There isn't one. Fuck, you know. And psychedelics, it's always like very fulfilling, and you always learn something, and it's like something you can't really see, in your life without it. Whereas anything that happens when you're drunk can pretty much happen sober, right? Like you won't really miss anything. So yeah, I just feel like it's easy for me to abstain from alcohol, and it's hard for me to actually understand people's relationship to it and like problem with it because it's something that like addiction runs in my family and a lot of them drink. Like even my extended family, I feel like they can drink a lot when they get together and drink. Not that they drink often, but if they do, they have like a much higher or better tolerance than I do. Like I know I'm really sensitive to that stuff, but it's crazy that it's just all the same genetics at the same time. Yeah, and I that's something that I miss, but also something that I work to obtain without the drugs, and that's why I align with people who do them. Even though I abstain nowadays, it's something I did in my youth, but to me, it's just never been worth. Well, it's no longer worth like the consequence mentally or physically because I have to be wary about those things. But in my journey and in my experiences, yeah, I think having ever done them has helped me be able to achieve some of that, those states of being or those kinds of messages, or even like, where a lot of my powers and skills were developed from, right? So, yeah, okay, exactly, exactly. Um, that is so true. So, yeah, yeah. That's cool because it's quick too, where it's like you can do a whole lot, but you don't wanna burn it out. You have to realize that you have your own supply of dimethyltryptamine, that you use every time you sleep, and just like the same way that you take serotonin or melatonin too much, you start depleting your own natural supply. You gotta be careful with DMT because you have that and you make that. You don't make lysergic acid diethylamide, you don't make psilocybin, but you make dimethyltryptamine. So you have to be careful with that because you'll destroy your own supply. Yeah. Okay, good, 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 good. Yeah, just check it in. Some people really get into it, so gotta be careful. You'll never dream again. Kind of have that thing going off. Um, yeah, no, this ain't supposed to be preachy though. Yeah, 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 yeah. Right, 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 right. We all kind of thought you had a fucking problem or something. No. Um, Panic breathing. I never heard of that. That's yeah, so true. It's phases in life. Yeah, yeah, phases in life. So that's really cool. But yeah, I guess I'll never really understand like addictions to other drugs because it's like I get it and I've tried a bunch of different highs and I've liked a lot of them too. But just nothing really feels worth it to like fuck your whole life up or whatever for it. I don't know. That's cool. Yeah. 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 That's again how I became so in touch. I've been doing meditation apps for fucking God. I don't even know how long. I feel like the first time I remember doing it was 2018 because I used to kind of sleep wherever, whenever. And then when I started meditating, it's not that I sleep less, but I can sleep in smaller, quicker increments easier these days than I could in my youth, right? Um, and sleeping sitting up is a big helpful tip for meditation. Is just like being in a leaning position where you're comfortable enough to actually fall asleep and not gonna hunch forward and wake yourself up, but to be relaxed just to this very amount of like, sorry, I should go this way. Just to the this and having a headrest and being able to, while still sitting up and just letting yourself fall asleep. But then before you get to that point, because you're not flat on your back, your body isn't going to allow you to fall asleep. It's like the quickest way into a meditative state if you ever struggle with it. Light workers on heroin. So true, though. What's left hand oath? That's interesting. Um, that's cool, though. Yeah, I use weed for spirituality. And sometimes I mix potions with alcohol in it to use. Left hand path, I don't know what that means either, but that's I always go. You know what's so funny? I always choose left. I say that out loud whenever someone's like, "Which way should we go?" And I say I always choose left. So I'm very much on the left hand path. That makes so much sense, and I never heard of that before. That's me. I'm leading that that path. Like I'm walking that path. It's crazy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Would love to do the ayahuasca thing one day. I think maybe I already have. I went through an experience, but without a guide. It was drugged maybe with ayahuasca. I don't think it was possible, but it felt like it because it was an intense fucking trip. That's true. Yeah, Insomniacs Anonymous. None of us are taking care of ourselves that thoroughly. Just kidding. We're all taking care of ourselves in the ways we need to be. Two, 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 two on the clock. Look, and now we're about to get all of them. Two, 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 two. Love that. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club. Yeah, I do. But that's the thing is, for me, it's easy to work with energies without substances alone for myself. If I'm working with energies while on camera, that's almost intrinsically how that comes up. Or if I'm around people like at events and stuff, I prefer to be stoned. And I don't know if it's to avoid mixing the energy or if it's more to be less conscious because if I'm when I'm channeling on my own, it's like unfiltered. It doesn't matter what I think or say to myself. It's just us. It's just me and whoever I'm hearing this from. But there are moments when I'm on here and I'm like, what would people think if they heard me start speaking in a random accent or say the wrong thing or say something I don't necessarily align with? And I think twice. Um, and the weed allows me to slow down enough to really digest what's being said to me and filtering it through without cutting back on the message and being too self conscious to say anything. It's just knowing how to say it. Yeah. Oh, hey, welcome. Yeah. So it's like I definitely don't need it. You have no idea. I wake up every day. It just begins as soon as I wake up. And I think people really underestimate that. And I think that's why people get upset that I can be so rude about the personal readings on my channel. But it's like, why do y'all expect that? What do y'all think this is? I get that some people buy a tarot deck and come on here and turn tricks like that. Like, I get it. They literally are looking in a book. They literally just buy it because they know they can make money off of it or whatever the fuck. I get it. I get it. But why people feel so fucking entitled to just immediately ask for a reading or how to get a reading? Dude, click a link, read about me, go watch a prior stream if I'm in the middle of something already. That's what's so crazy. It's not just all this chit chatting. This is the time to ask about it. You know what I'm saying? Not when I'm like literally got cards and shit. It's like, oh my god, shut up. Stop disrupting the energy. Not now, right now. This is Pink Box's safe territory, safe chat territory. So it's not like I'm trying to be rude to every single person that comes on here and asks. But it's true, right? Yes, it gets annoying. Who's Jonah? I want my code to be stimulated. Dude, that's the thing is we're human, we get to enjoy it. Once you're dead, nothing feels like anything, so you should be getting pretty steady fucked up in this life, in my opinion. That's so funny. You gotta watch the reading that you weren't here for. That whole thought reading was for you for sure if you're really dealing with alcohol to block shit out, because that was the point is that you're supposed to have a dry month right now for Pisces season because you're blocking too much stuff and avoiding too much stuff and gotta get it done clearly and soberly. That's pretty funny. That's true. That's also true. That's okay, Polaroid, but I think a break's still good. Because you forget maybe you just weren't in a productive time in your life then and you are now. So you imagine maybe you could do it without. It's good to take breaks. Who's Jonah? Serene Services. Drive-by readings is exactly how I describe it, and I do not like that energy. And anybody who wants a drive-by reading can get fucked, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. But also, like, I don't need them here. You know, like I don't need them here. I got y'all to be here and understand the vibe and go along with what's going on, right? And understand and appreciate the collective messages and whatnot. I don't need people who pop in just to know about themselves and dip out, you know. Yeah, we should probably say drive through readings. You're not wrong. Drive by sounds a little harsh. Do not talk about the steak, you fucking traitor. God, that's Scorpio. Ignorance is my style. That's such a drunk Scorpio thing to say because I know so many of them or have known them. I like that. Take that to heart, Sister Witch. Ooh, you're back. Hi, Blake. You were only here the one time, right? You were going through a breakup, and I was like, why is your profile picture still your girlfriend? And you're like, that is definitely some random people from Star Wars. Why are you being creepy? Ah, I remember Blake. I'm not a Leo. What was your sign? Thank you for the follow, Music Fanatic. Um, that's fair. That's the traders for sure. Unless you're trading the enemy, you know. I like feel like a traitor to white people sometimes, and I'm like okay with that, you know. I guess I'll try a traitor then, because fuck you people, fuck you colonizers. I'm gonna decolonize my mind as much as possible, just in spite of you, you know. But I am them, right? So it's like, yeah, I'm a traitor. I'll just be honest. Pisces, neither one of those. Pieces. What are you saying? You said pieces and then spelled pieces wrong. Pisces is like this. Yes, you are a Leo? Wow. Or the Star Wars thing, I don't remember. Never spelled it right. More opposites. Should we no, don't drink more right now. Yeah, this sounds kinda hot. No, I'm kidding. What the fuck? Shut up. I'm just ovulating, you guys. You're all being so flattering on the stream tonight too. It's just like kind of doing things. It's bad, bad news. Of course, I look ridiculously good looking, you know? That's like the whole thing. Um, but then, all y'all coming in with like fresh, upbeat, cool vibes and just getting right along in that energy, right? But we all about to be popping off. That's the whole thing. That's what gathered us here in the first place. Yeah. John, John. Yeah, I do want to make everyone's day better. It is new moon vibes. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I love that my cycle is synced. So where my period was the last full moon and now my ovulation cycle is the new moon. So you know that this bitch is on 1313. That was cool. We will be getting into some tarot cards. We're doing a little happy birthday, Kurt Cobain. I got on the channel. I was wearing this sweater that looks like his, and I was like, when is his birthday? Turns out it's right now. It's today. So we will be talking to Kurt Cobain. We did that a community. We already did a Thoth reading tonight. It was super long. It's in the other video at this point. There was a disruption in the stream, so you can watch part one. Um, already out if you want to catch a reading from me, and then you can tune in and out to the two if you want to. Because as long as this pink box is up, we're just chit chatting. So feel free to ask me any questions. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I can roll an ad and see if it catches back up. But actually, yeah, I probably should. Let me X out. This happened. This was happening a lot for a second. A few streams were like that. So yeah, the pink box means we're chatting. The little blue box, when the chat goes to the other side, will mean that we're doing tarot. And the tarot for tonight will be a Halloween oracle reading for Kurt Cobain's birthday, where we do a little channel message and talk to our dear Piscean friend, Kurt. Yes. So, hopefully that helped the lag a little bit. You can't hear it all? Fuck. Okay. That's cute. If I'm not dying of laughter every 10 minutes, I'm not myself. That's so true. We're the enforcers, the sorcerers, orphans, and we know where we fight. Sounds cute. I don't know. Is that dude still hovering in Las Vegas? How's this sound, by the way? Okay, good. Is there still a lag? You got the power in the air, waving your wand in the air. Y'all, I was doing a Jesus bit today where I was going for a walk and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna walk to the gas station real quick and get a fucking water out my way and just go about in the world. Then I was walking and I remembered, oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna pick up trash the next time it was nice out. It was a beautiful day. So I went back, got some trash bags, didn't get any water though. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk in further, blah blah blah. Picking up trash the whole way, just by hand. I like put a bag on it, whatever. Picking up trash by hand. Which means like a lot of squatting. It's a lot of fucking squatting. And I don't have any fucking water. And I was like, yo, Jesus did that whole Stations of the Cross without anything to drink. And then at the end, all they gave him was like a sponge full of liquid. That's insane to me. So I treated myself by buying this enormous bottle of water. The fuck are you really asking, though? You're like, can I get a general reading? No. What does it even mean? I don't get what that means. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Maybe this isn't the place. Mm-hmm. Of David Blaine. I was kind of paying attention to the chat while I was talking about Jesus. They all are, like, illusionists are pretty intensely talented. I do general readings, but not per demand basis. If you were asking personally for a general reading, are you not just asking for a personal reading and just putting generally in there? You're asking me to do it. Thanos diarrhea. That doesn't sound pleasant. Thanks for the follow, I guess. Sounds uncomfortable. But thank you. Very much appreciated. That sounds disgusting. I was on a boat? You were on a boat? What are you talking? Oh, I was able to float once, but I was on a boat, so I'm not sure if it was me in the boat. So would you just sit, Joey? The fuck? Who just came on here? Who is someone else named Joey? Who just came on here and felt like I was talking right to them? The fuck is I hear an accent coming out and everything. It is that's what it is. I'm a fuckery. Non-Italian jive. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm also a clown. Be on the lookout for my clown business. This should be launching in the next few weeks or months. Not sure, getting it together. It's gonna be really fun and cool. So I've been practicing a lot of the clown-ish makeup lately. Hmm. How's everybody doing though? We're just we vibe on this channel, alright? It's late night. We do tarot. If you really, really need a reading, buy one. You can go on my website, www.illuminate.com. If you visit the Mystical page, you can book any kind of reading that you want. I'll get it to you within 48 hours. Besides that, you can watch the other VOD and you can watch the 2-hour Thoth reading that we did before my internet got disrupted and disconnected, and now we're streaming. Right now, we're just chatting because I like catching up with the people who are in this chat in between readings. Because even though, yes, I get it, I'm on the tarot channel. I like to have tarot related conversations. Okay. If you are patient, the screen will go green over here. The chat will move to this side, and you'll know I have cards out on the table ready to go. Right. So come back then. That's what you want. Otherwise, we're vibing. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. I'm not sure that's a good thing, Joey. I don't know if you really want. That seems like a lot. That seems like a lot. So yeah, but for right now, we're just chit chatting. We are just chitting and chatting. Around here, I got a little chilly. We'll be talking to Kurt Cobain. Maybe after we'll take a break and then try to get to, the full uninterrupted hour. Nice. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Neil Young or Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling's okay. Neil Young kind of just annoys me, I think. That's so true, especially being a fixed sign. We're very much the long and steady wins the race types. I am definitely, yeah. Okay, you lost me there. Hope you didn't really write me 87 letters, unless it's just like letters of the alphabet, not like 87 pages of letters, but yeah. Okay, so gotcha. Yeah. Cool. I feel like I gotta eat something. I might take like a little bit of an extended break. I just realized like I don't know if I get into this Kurt Cobain thing, I might like take a minute and actually like get up and walk away from the screen. Like the past few breaks, even when I was eating, I just sat here and was chatting with you guys the whole time. I feel like I need to like take an actual break real quick, and then we'll come back and do something. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. that a bad thing? I have Twitch on one of my phones. So let's take a quick break and then maybe we'll get into the happy birthday Kurt portion of the evening. Because I don't know how late I'll be going. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Coming home to Wuthering Heights, Heathcliff. It's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home. Come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with mine. Okay, what is this now? The fuck are you talking? The fuck are you talking about? Now we're talking about creepypasta and then turned into Freemasonry sticker books. What did I miss here? Also, I can't even lie. My lipstick situation got real messy real fast. It don't even look good, and I'm just hoping that you just won't be able to tell with this bright ass light. Because I messed it up. It looked really good the first time. Try to recreate it. Never the same the second time. The second time around. I gotcha. Okay. It's moment of truth. Yeah, you can't tell how mad it looks, right? I can't help it if you might think I am odd. If I say I'm not loving you for what you are, but for what you're not. Kind of forgot we were going to do the reading now, huh? Everybody will help you discover what you set out to find. But if I save you any time. Yeah, thank you. Come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with mine. So, I would like to say the dark lipstick's giving like goth babe vibes, but then I have the most goth bitch to ever live. I had the same hair. So, secret societies literally aren't secret. That's what's it's such a good point. It's so funny. They are literally so loud. They're like, yeah, we're a secret society because you can't join, but we will not shut the fuck up about it, make it our entire identity, and just talk about it forever. What up, Murdy? Murdy and Kato. I noticed you followed me during the big long ad break. Thank you for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We love a good angel number. I'm lighting some temples of India. Words I made up. Conspirituality is like conspiracy and spirituality rolled into one, and mythicism is like um, mythos, study of myths, and existentialism or mysticism, if you will. Um, cool. Thank you. Made them up. Philodelia is like philosophy and psychedelia. So like psychedelic philosophy. Curiology is like curiosity, but to the point of knowing, like ology, like specialization in curiosity. A lot of made up, there's just a few really cool made up words in my bio. Thank you for noticing. I don't think anybody else has noticed that or said anything about that, and I really appreciate you honoring that moment for me. Like, sure, I think it's just me. That's just like how I was describing my channel, where I was like, how do I incorporate everything that I do on here in as few of words as possible? So I just started making up words and matching them based on the way they fit together in real time on the stream. For a great example, like conspirituality is perfect because a lot of the conspiracies we talk about stem from spirituality in regards to like alien conspiracies or even societal downfall and astrology, um, or Jesus, spiritual, very spiritual person. But we discuss it more on a conspiracy level. so it's conspiritual. Yeah. Well, you're in a good place. I make up a lot of words, and there's like over at the Frankenstein place. No, what? I think I don't know how old you are, but I would love to know. I don't get it, but I'd love to know your sun sign, maybe your age if you wanted to share. Um, but I think, oh, so you're really young. Okay, so that's interesting because I was gonna say when I was a kid, um, in the 90s, I had an affinity for looking up words too, but I was using an encyclopedia. So I kind of thought maybe you were at an age where you were still using an encyclopedia or a dictionary or whatever. Cause like we had, like, you had to have a whole set back in the day, like when you didn't have the internet in the same way that we do now. Um, thank you. Yeah. Shakespeare was a Taurus, so it makes sense, you know? Shakespeare's son, Connor Oberst Moon. I don't know. I can't think of a writer that is a Scorpio sun. I was trying to build my big three as a writer, but I don't have any Cancer placements, so I can't have Hunter S. Thompson. I don't really have any Virgo placements. Can't be Yank easy. Um, okay, Jonathan Safran Foer is a Pisces. Interesting. Cute. Yeah, I don't know. Edgar Allan Poe was not a Scorpio, was he? Because that would actually suit me really well. Wait, was he a Scorpio? No, he's a Capricorn. Yeah, I got nothing. Connor Oberst moon. Yeah, he's an Aquarius sun and I'm an Aquarius moon, so that was where I put that. Wait, but what's your sun signs, new people? That's cute. I love that. I used to collect Snapple caps, so I had a very similar nickname. I don't know what they call. I don't know. It's very much, yeah. That's sweet. Murdy, I'm gonna have to guess you're an Earth sign. I can't even lie. I kind of feel like only like you're an Earth sign, maybe not a Capricorn necessarily, but something cool, cardinal, collected. Maybe not Earth, but cardinal. Cool, nice. Orphanage. I love that. See, you also are a wordsmith, eh? Morph and orphanage, I guess. Morphanage, like I feel like that's a Taurus thing, right? And no? Okay. Fair. Maybe you didn't make it up. Um a yeah. Yeah. Fuck off. It's like literally not even a good card. No. Maybe. Maybe. Are you a cardinal sign though? Because cardinal would be Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. And you were giving Earth vibes. Okay, yes, you called it. Cardinal. That's yeah. Do you know your big three? And also, as the other here, who was the other one that was talking to us? The encyclopedia boy. No, wait, you are the encyclopedia boy. I thought there was a third person that was speaking, but I think I'm mistaken. Or they left a while ago, actually, is what it really is. Um, cool. So I gotcha. 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 I said cardinal. Um, which is funny because I have a cardinal right here. I was walking. I walk just miles every day, just kind of for the fuck of it. I find stuff to do along the way. Now that the weather's nice, I've been like really about just picking up trash and stuff. But I always just do something fun, like go buy flowers or go try to get this frog out of this fucking vending machine that's maybe not even in there, but I'm gonna spend way too much money trying to find out. Um, See, I hate that one because, first of all, it's long. Second, I never remember my words. I don't know what any of them mean. I don't care. I like doing. Okay, like what community character do you identify most with? Or like, pick a show that we've all seen. That's a test. Who are you in community? Because I am if Britta were Abed. Gotcha. That makes sense. Isn't it funny that I went into that reference? Yeah, I think I'm something similar, but it's just too much to remember. I'm just not into it. I like knowing people's charts. I'm not an astrologer, so I don't really read the whole chart. I don't know anything about houses or anything. I think that's what I maybe got also. Okay. I love that you're referencing like this thing that I didn't get the first time. You're hilarious. Okay. Harry Potter houses was cool until J.K. Rowling outed herself as a turf. Now that sucks and oh well. But um y'all really what the fuck are y'all talking about? Is this still a creepypasta thing? The fuck? Or a video game? I'm over it. I don't care. Sometimes I just ignore the chat when I don't know what's going on, but I feel like yeah, y'all told me I don't get it. I'm out the loop. It don't matter. What else is new? What else is going on? Um, a collective. Okay. Yeah, we were gonna do the Kurt Cobain thing. How's everybody feeling? I love chatting with y'all. It's a really chatty vibe right now, and I was like concerned that if I got into a channel message and people were being chatty and disrupting me, I would just get mad and be no fun. And I'd rather just have fun and not worry about the channeling um, as much. And maybe we'll talk it out for a minute and then get into it once we all get acquainted. So if you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and follow. You can talk to us when we're in the pink chat box. Basically, I specialize in necromancy. So if you didn't already know that, or if you're just joining me, I guess I didn't put that in my bio anywhere, but that means I mostly talk to dead people, and it's because I like to. And I know that a lot of people can who do this kind of work, but a lot of people choose not to. And it's very special to me because I've been doing it for so long. I'm Catholic, you know? That's love. So it's Kurt Cobain's birthday, February 20th. And I'm wearing this sweater that reminds us of him. And I have these glasses that I can put on. And we will be doing some channeling in a bit, or as soon as we feel like it. Once everybody's feeling it, and once we're all gonna tune in and talk to Kurt, we can do that because we didn't plan anything for his birthday. Because even though I knew he was a Pisces, I like didn't know what day it was. I just came on here and said, "When is Kurt's birthday?" And then someone said, "Let me wish Kurt a happy birthday." And I looked it up, and it was like literally no, it's today. So thank you. I think they're Grey Goose. No, these are real people. It looks like bots because of the subject they're on, and that's what's kind of annoying. Because a lot of like none of us understand the conversation, but they are real people. They are not bots, sadly enough. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good thing. Is this the Grey Goose? Is this Grey Goose? This is definitely like swag. Hey, where is my mind? Wrong song. Yeah, no, I know. I thought about doing Where's My Mind, but I thought Where's My Thing would be funnier because it's like, dude, where's my car? Sweet, what's mine say? Where's my thing? It's like not. I always think of YYZ whenever I think of Russian instrumentals, but where's my thing? Like, right? Something badly similar to that. Um, yeah, you are being party boys right now, and it's okay. I like people to be able to mingle and chat with one another while they're on my stream. But it's annoying once we're doing tarot. This is chat times. Pink box means we're just chatting. You can ask questions. You can talk about what you can talk to each other. You can talk about whatever you want. You can ask me anything you want to know before we get into tarot. Once this box is a smaller green box on this side and the chat moves to this side, you'll know I have the cards out, right? And then I'm actually actively doing tarot. That's when I ask you don't ask questions and you don't interrupt unless you are talking about the reading or to the person we're talking to. Um, then because if you do, I get a little bitchy. I have them in front of me, yeah. But like I said, I'll switch the screens when we're ready to kind of like zone in because we're doing a channel message tonight. I did. If you want to catch the tarot reading for the evening, you can watch the other VOD. It got cut off, I think, like after I finished with the Thoth deck. So the Thoth deck is very situational. It's very general. It's like everything that's going on in life right now. So if you want to catch that part of the reading, by all means watch that. This is going to be a channel message. That I do not understand what you mean by fluffing. That's funny. It's because it's like the word toiletry, you goofball. Oh. LOL, I've never finished Train Spotting. I think I watched the first 5 minutes and passed out. It was a long night when I was still actively doing drugs. I don't know if I could handle Train Spotting anymore. Um, Same with like Requiem for a Dream. Missed it. Don't want to see it. I just can't. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I care anymore. I think if I didn't at the time, it's just not meant for me. I have seen the Virgin Suicides though, and I think that says everything you need to know about me as a person. That's yes, yes. Personally, yes, absolutely. I think mediums are legit too, but in from my experience, from what I understand from the way mediums talk and the way that I experience, because I don't know anybody else who identifies as a necromancer necessarily. I don't know anybody else who identifies what they do as necromancy, but I know other mediums. I think with mediumship, it's like you feel it. It's like an energy. Some of them are clairaudient. There's like some of them see like auras and stuff is what they'll say, mediums, people who identify as mediums. This is what I've taken notes over the years. Um, but because the definition of necromancy is to reanimate the dead, I can tell you right now that I am fully bringing them back. I can reanimate them in the sense that I can see them, I can hear them, I can feel them, I can be possessed by them, I can visualize them, I can see them as light beings, orbs, people, images. I've hosted them in my head. Like what I'm doing is giving them a moment of life at no very little cost to myself because I do a monthly sacrifice of having a very intense blood ritual, aka my period. But of course, I have PMDD, so they're wicked. It's a lot of blood, and I've refused birth control for the last 20 years, so that I could have this. Not so I could have the sacrifice, but because I did that, I was really just like, ew, no hormones. It's making me cry every day. But because I did that, I know. I mean, I do that. So no wonder men wanted women on birth control. Made us too powerful to be able to control our own creations and our own cycles, our own periods of release and relief, growth, you know? And they're like, "Ah, we better control that." Like, yeah, no thanks. I'm not a you don't like gun control, but you want me to take birth control. Come on. Like, you know how that sounds. You hate the way it sounds for you, but you expect me to be okay with that. That's so weird that you would have a name for it like that. Like, no thanks, buddy. Grow up and learn to control your loaded gun. Dumbass. Duh. Take the bullets out. It's not that hard. Control what? Control what? No thanks. No, 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 no. Get out. So, um, hey, it is a uniquely American issue. Where are you from? It is a unique American issue for sure. I would say yes, probably so. It's crazy the disrespect that people have allowed. Yeah, yeah, cool. What are your sun signs? Wait, so Murdy's a Taurus. Cato, gun control versus birth control. It's way too true, right? Like it's painfully true, and they still don't get it. They still have a problem, still don't understand what our problem is, or actually just feign ignorance. It's weaponized incompetence. I don't understand, babe. So I don't get it. Like, I just can you explain it to me? Like I'm five. This is the most condescending thing you could say to a person, probably. Because guess what? I'm not five, and neither are you. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's good, I guess. Yeah, this is America. Don't get you slipping up. Look what I'm whipping up. Police be tripping up. Oh, okay. I was making a vasectomy joke. Yeah, I said learn to control your load of guns and take the bullets out was a vasectomy joke. Yes, was about dicks. Thank you for catching it, honestly. Thank you so much for honoring that joke. I thought it was one of the best fucking jokes I ever came up with on site. The thing about being a sit down comedian is it's so much easier to improvise the jokes, right? Stand up is such a routine. It's very difficult. I have stage fright. I write jokes for days and days and days, and then I get up there and I'm like, it's a punchline. Fuck. Ooh, not supposed to cuss. Okay. And then it's over, and I'm like, damn, that was the worst time of my life. But sit down comedian, let me tell you, we're gonna be in stitches, okay? And not because we're snitches, but because we were laughing together. That's like that whole thing. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. They hate us. It's fine. I mean, it's like just being like waking up in an abusive relationship and being like, where did this come from? How did I get here? And they're like, well, you were born and therefore you owe us your whole existence. Thank you. Okay, that's weird, but right? Um, cool. 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 Is it? Like, is it? Okay. Yeah. Um, kind of true though. Absolutely, we did inherently sign some kind of contract, make some deal to come back to Samsara. Otherwise, we'd be sitting our asses in Nirvana anyways, right? And that's why we suffer here. That was, you saw the meme now. Okay. So, should we get to Kurt before it's like just too late and we're too exhausted? We got to a sad point in that conversation, so let's go talk to our guides, aka Kurt Cobain, deceased rock star, 1994. RIP. I remember his death date is April 5th, 1994, but I didn't realize that his birthday was February 20th, 1967, if I recall correctly from looking it up 3 hours ago. But okay, so yes, we're Americans around here, most of us. The show The Americans is really good. Is somebody eating some kind of like not a fried scrambled egg, but it's like if you were just not an omelet, but maybe if there's someone like eating like a some kind of egg patty right now. That's interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. Just a minute. Well, okay, we're down to 35. If I do a minute, we might not get a full hour. Should I just do 3 minutes of ads to get up? Yeah, I get it. I'm a really highly annoying person. So, should I do 3 minutes of ads? Give us a second, get some water, go to the bathroom, grab a pen and paper if you want to. Because we're gonna do a channel message with Kurt Cobain, and then we can talk a little bit before I go. But I don't know how much longer I'll be on because I don't know. It's just that time. We'll see. It's popping right now. I'm down to chill for a bit, but yeah, you let me know. That's really cool. You're lucky you got to come see it before COVID. It was a much cooler place before. Now we're just all too really way aware of how badly we're treated at this point. Okay, so should we just do the minute or the 3 minutes? I don't need to do this for an hour. Let's just do a minute. We've been waiting all night. Can we get a happy birthday? Yeah, look, my boy is excited right now. He was here for the last one. He gets it, he hears it, he knows, he feels it. Plus, Polaroid is like, Polaroid is our boy. This isn't Kurt yet, quite entirely, but um, stay with me just a little longer. Right, I was asking, is this Grey Goose? Nobody answered. It's definitely like bar swag, you know. I know, and you're very much baby on the channel. Like we are all kind of looking out for you. Just like Source talked to you earlier, and just like you felt like Kurt talked to you then, and just like I know now how excited and how long you've been waiting, which is why I tell these fools to just be quiet for a bit. LOL. Okay, well, it's some other kind of liquor if it's not Grey Goose, bitch. It's definitely bar swag. Yeah. But right, and that's like I think that's the whole like part of the point is to be able to do that for you because we are your wise elders, right? We are the ones guiding you, teaching you, and leading you to your successes and to your wins and to your lessons and to kind of embrace us along the way and understand that although I may be your elder, I still also have elders who guide me. So there's always a constant flow and flux of wisdom to be shared because in the same way, you are the one who's cheering me on and rooting for me along the way. So in a sense, it's just the never ending, right? So someday you'll be somebody's elder too, you know what I mean? And it happens, it creeps up on you, and it's not necessarily a bad thing to age, right? Um, kind of, yeah, no, yeah, for sure. What do you mean shush? Don't shush nobody. You shush. We're talking about the reading. That's allowed. He's talking to me about what we're talking about. You shush. Okay. Um, I'm honoring little Polaroid right now. Okay, yeah, sorry, we're kind of off the COVID topic. I'm not gonna read all that. I mean, I'll read it, but I'm not gonna like get into it. That really sucks. Um, that's wild. I'm glad you got out. Okay, I warned y'all. Okay, screen changed. Remember? Let's keep up. There is a lag. I admit there's a lag. There's a lag. We know that. Especially like the further you are from me, I'm sure the greater the lag. Don't worry, Australia, we're hanging out still. You're okay. It's Kurt's birthday. So here's the thing. There's several messages. There's a message. Hello, good morning from Spain. We're doing a channel reading. Please don't interrupt it. Love you so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follow. The cauldron is the first thing that came out in reverse. So there's this like era of not healing something, not healing a connection. In some way, shape, or form, avoiding healing, which is once again, please don't say that about yourself if it's not true. And if you are, please get help, not from us because we're busy. So, once again, we are committing to no alcohol this Pisces season. And if you don't, then you dare to risk what your year will become if you can't go the next 30 or so days without alcohol. Period. That's what this look is, an empty cauldron, empty cup. Okay. There's a lot of not healing going on. So you need to sober up and get right with God. Okay. And like enjoy, hey, Jezza, and enjoy what you've got going on. And in your clear, sober head, understand what it is. Okay. That's the resounding message. If you're just tuning in for the evening and you did not hear a full discussion on that earlier, of course, you can watch the other VOD to catch all of that and more. But that is a continuous message. Okay. There is a need for that. So, Skull of Flowers, Greening Through the Ashes, that's the thing. You'll kind of realize how bad the situation is when you do sober up, and that's a bit of the problem. And that's kind of how you end up needing to sacrifice so much come the end of the year. And I think we all do because we've all been a little bit selfish and a little bit choosy, a little bit picky, a little bit persnickety even. Night Song, Cardinal, Hidden Talents, okay? Trick or Treat, Mischief and Play. We need to yes, we need to indulge in the things that we love and the things we're meant to do. But we also need to have fun. Thank you, Morfinch. Thank you, baby. We also need to have fun in what we're doing and recognize that this jack-o'-lantern, okay, protection, that we are protected, divinely or otherwise guided, okay? Yeah, no, I am too. I am too. I'd love to be able to cut back on weed, but I can't right now. Should you not drink and you do smoke, cut back on the smoke, and you'll see that your year will look a lot more clearly. 33333 on the time too. Oh my God, we love froggies. Did you even know that? There you are. But it's I started drinking again. I quit drinking any kind of really any alcohol for like a year and then went back to it and was like, I'm fine. And now I'm giving it up again for this month. Nice. I meant on the time, babe. It was 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 30 some seconds. But there's this need to sacrifice for the new year and to say, what am I willing to sacrifice now for this Pisces season in order to bring in a prosperous, wonderful new year for Aries season and the next zodiac cycle, right? So it's just like it is like a Lenten challenge. It's very much probably what Jesus meant, and the church just decided to put it on their own time and their own calendar because of some dude named Gregor. Who the fuck is Gregor? I have no idea who chose this calendar and this religion. I just got a really bad stomach pain, and it could have definitely been what I ate. But I also feel like if somebody is dealing with stomach pains, which somebody did mention stomach pains earlier, You might be having stomach pains based on something you're doing to fix your stomach pains. Your cat, yeah, it could be alcohol. It could be the dabs. That's the thing. Somebody mentioned that. So, the dabbing and stomach pains. I don't know. It just literally hit me, and I ate this. I ate my leftovers, and it didn't make me feel sick the first time. So I was like, this must be y'all having stomach issues. Vaping makes me so gassy. That's one of the main reasons that I don't vape. It makes me gassy, and I don't think y'all realize, like, you just assume that it's you, but it's like, it's the vape. You should stop vaping, if any of you vape. I don't know as much if that applies to, like, the heat up wax vape, but the, nicotine vapes for sure definitely make you gassy, 100%. It's, like, deducted, like, we've done experiments in this house, okay? It makes you gassy. The concentrates though just make me bitchy. I don't know. They make me feel like shit if I don't have them. I love them. I love the high you get. I love the convenience of it. I love the smell. I love the everything about it. And then it also just makes me fucking crazy, and I have to be hitting it 24/7. Yeah, it's the nicotine vape that's giving you stomach issues, and then you're using the dab one to fix it. It's the vape. Y'all gotta quit the vape. If you don't want to quit alcohol, then quit the vape. Actually, quit the vape regardless. I think vaping is so much worse than smoking cigarettes, dude. I've done both. I have smoked cigarettes off and on since I was 14 years old. And I can still hit a cigarette and hand it back and be like, never mind, I don't like it. I can smoke a whole cigarette and not go buy a pack. Fuck yeah. I used to be a regular smoker for like most my teen years, half my 20s, and so far not really in my 30s. So I've been able to quit smoking and even have a type of relationship with cigarettes where I can still enjoy one, but I know that I'll hurt the next day. So it's gotta be like a really kind of a moment. Yeah. Um, but when I did the nicotine vape, girl, 3 weeks with that thing, and I was so addicted to it, I had to quit. It was changing my brain chemistry, and I don't think y'all realize it. And it's like, I get that you think I'm just a lightweight, but I'm a heavy nicotine smoker. I just said that. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was 14 years old. I've been smoking weed since I was 15 years old. I've been drinking since I was 15 years old. I've been doing popping pills since I was 16. I was doing psychedelics by the time I was 17. Like, you have to understand, I'm a lightweight now, but I'm a heavyweight champ. I just hung up the belt. Okay. So when I tell you these vapes, these vapes, they're very bad. I've done enough things. Yeah, I am much older than you, babe. Much older than you. And was at the time too. Yeah, I didn't even know when Lent was this year. It always changes though. You realize it's like the 40 days before Easter, but they change Easter, but this year it coincides with April 1st and everything. It's a beautiful week. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very, very aligned this year. No, no, no. I'm saying I am a lightweight. 2 drinks will get me pretty much drunk. I'm a lightweight now. But when it comes to the nicotine vapes, literally got addicted to it in 3 weeks. I had a Mr. Vapor, I think, and it was one of the big ones, and I got it on sale. It was blueberry flavored, and it had the thing on the bottom where you could adjust how much of a flow it had. And I was waking up looking for my vape every morning and puffing on it all day long, intermittently smoking weed just to take breaks from the vape. Gassy as fuck the whole time. I was falling asleep hitting it, falling asleep with it in my hand. It was the last thing I did at night and the first thing I did when I woke up in the morning. I'm very particular about waking up and brushing my teeth every morning. It's on my list of routine things to do. It's like the third thing after like make your bed every day, fold your laundry immediately out of the dryer, and make brushing your teeth the first thing you do every morning. Those are like the three things to change your life, right? The vape, I didn't care. I didn't care. I hit the vape before I did anything else. And it's like, how did I got that into it that quickly when I have changed my relationship to cigarettes how many times in my life? I just told you that. I used to smoke a pack of Newports in a day. I'd be like, well, regularly smoking 54s. I would smoke I'd smoke a pack of 54s in a matter of 24 hours because we'd literally smoke a 54 on the hour, on the 54 mark every hour. So, like, literally, maybe it would last 2 days depending on how much I slept, but I didn't really sleep because I was on drugs. So I'd smoke like a pack of 54s a day, which are like the Marlboro Newports. I don't think they make them anymore. So if they didn't have them, I'd be like, it's Newport Day. And then we'd just be chain smoking Newports until they were gone, and I could just replace it with the pack. Like, I smoked heavily. And yet, these fucking vapes, 3 weeks it took me to get so addicted that I had to get rid of it. And I can never hit a vape again. Fucking it gives me headaches. I was seeing blue electricity, but not in the meditative way where you're connecting with other people's energy, just like in the way that you like the lagging and stuff. You know, I think you're sleep deprived. Man, that shit'll fuck you up. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone on such a tangent, but it's a very serious thing. And we really don't know how it's gonna affect our bodies in the long term either. You are being experimented on. They have no idea. Just like they didn't know about cigarettes for a long time. So, like, get rid of it. Like, you gotta quit that one. I'm not saying get rid of the dab pens yet, because like it's still weed in there. But the nicotine vapes gotta go. It's so bad for the environment. You have no idea how many breezes I picked up today picking up trash. Fuck that shit. Okay? Should have counted. That'd be crazy. It'd be way too much to try to be keeping count of something like that. I have one hand. Um, that's it on that. Okay, so okay. Forgiveness, reducing burden. It's time to move into like forgiving people for being who they are. Eternal love, love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. There is a need to just forgive the people that you came here with, even if you don't leave with them, kind of thing. And that's fine. It's beautiful. Maybe in the next lifetime you'll try again, but maybe this one you're just not meant to be, and that's great. Um, that's whatever, like maybe you'll even do it again this lifetime. Who knows? But it's okay. It's time to forgive the people who tried to love you or have loved you, and just disregard. Forgive them for not understanding. Love them from afar. But do what you need to do, no matter how hard. Your hidden talents need to come out. If you are keeping them a secret because you're afraid of being judged, especially by the people that you love, um, then so be it. You can love them from somewhere the fuck else. You need to come out and be who you are. I don't know if somebody is into drag. I feel like there's a secret drag queen and their family does not know about it. And they do not know that this person likes to dress like a woman. And there is this secrecy around it. And there's, oh, no pictures, please, no pictures, please don't post that, please don't tag me. That's really sad. And they need to get lost, not you. Like, the people who don't accept you need to get lost. You need to get away from them. You need to get lost from them, right? You need to ditch that energy altogether. Like, for real. Like, be you. Or get into a place, a country where it's safe to do that. Like, even if you do it low key, long term, living with a secret like that is unhealthy. It's gonna manifest in so many ways. You know, that's so sad. So sad. So darkness, blind spots, be careful. Be careful who you trust, but also jack-o'-lantern protection. You're divinely guided. Even if somebody wants to hold something against you, they won't be able to. That's on it. That's it. Because how did they know in the first place? Oopsies, yeah. Didn't think so. Didn't think you'd admit to what you saw. Because that means you were there too, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Skeleton, just have strength. Carry on. Keep going. Okay? You owe me a tip because you know how personal that was. And I know you haven't spoken. You can find it in my link tree and leave me some money, or you can follow me. But then you'd be exposing yourself. Okay? Find a way. Pay it forward if you have to. Help someone else. Skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. Moving on. Death, the eternal cycle begins here. Invisibility, authenticity, and spider community and web weaving. Find the people you can be around and be yourself around and get integrated into the community of people that are you and who embody what you embody and align with what you align with. That's like That's what it is. It's time to stop people pleasing, stop being in rooms that you're not welcome in, stop being in crowds that you're not a part of, and be your whole authentic self, all clothes off, all masks off, all bets off. Be you, and then connect to the people that accept and appreciate you for whoever that is. That's so it, yes. Yes. Explore your wildness, werewolf. It's time to get out there and roar a little bit, okay? Forgive yourself for not doing it sooner. It's okay. Okay, somebody's got to come out of the closet eventually. So, yeah. Um I see the future and I'm thinking Leonard Cohen for some reason, right? Not for some reason, but that song, The Future. Slide in all directions. It was a newer song of his 2006, 2008 album, something. Um, yeah, so uh, Skull of Light, Illumination, and The Witch, the Earthly Weaver of the Worlds. I think this will conclude my portion of the reading. And we'll move on to Kurt. He loves to take a back seat to me, honestly. He loves to watch me work. As much as I adore watching him be in his presence and be in his ego like this, he loves to watch me work. It's very much a Pisces mood to like want to just observe, I think, and watch and sit back and be that for someone and admire someone. Um, so he's cool. He loves to show up and actually be a part of it and be a part of the readings and stuff. Cool vibe, cool guy. Really a cool guy. I'm hearing that one song. I don't know the words. And I do, da, 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 and I do, or whatever he's saying. Because we just talked to him, like not even a month ago, I feel like there's really not much to say. Um, and that was part of the reason. It's almost like he's here, but we're not necessarily getting like a channeled message as much as he's like sitting in and enjoying his birthday party. So, not to be too anticlimactic, but I think that was part of the reason that I was giving some in depth reading. I feel like that was kind of the thing. But that was the thing. So, yeah, no, not that song. Is that song? Joy, rejoicing in the present, ghost, regret, jack o' lantern, protection, skull of darkness, blind spot. So, you better rejoice and be glad. Blessed are you, holy are you, rejoice and be glad. Yours is the kingdom of God. Yeah, see, we know all the hymnals, okay? No, but for real, rejoice and be glad in every moment that you can, and even moments you don't want to be. Force yourself to be, and fuck David Bowie, and enjoy every passing moment, or you will regret it. Right? And walk with kindness, speak with wiseness, regret nothing. Because at the end of the day, there will be no time to have regrets, but there will be uh, time to want to hug again and one last time and all that. So it's very sweet. Um, yeah, I don't know. Midnight. John Lennon card. Whoa, yeah, okay. The Witch. There's something about that needs to come together. Come together right now. Ooh, over me. Yeah, it's the vibe. So, yeah, unfortunately, very anticlimactic. He's flattered we threw him a birthday party, but he just talked to us like a month ago. He didn't have a lot more to say. He's been dead since 1994, but that's not very much of an eternity, you know? Not much more to it. I can just see his beautiful face getting closer and closer to me. So maybe we could do something channeled, but again, he just feels like at a loss for words. never really been done this and then has done it so many times in the past year. Like it was cool though. Yeah, we all should. We all should. Ancestor is the love and legacy of our DNA. We're all here for a reason, you know, and I think maybe that's where the conversation needs to shift to. Incorporating some of the ideals that I did learn by channeling John Lennon in the early days of having this deck. 94. Did I say 84? Because he died in 94. Yeah. Um, so I think we will continue the conversation, but I don't think we should necessarily attribute this to Kurt Cobain, is the vibe I'm getting. He's like co-signing some stuff, but and he's there for support or to celebrate. But no, I don't think this is going to be a full channel message. As much as I can clearly tell what we're going to talk about, it's going to incorporate a lot of the things that we've learned from many of the dead people we've spoken to over the years, and we're going to go through that right now. I can tell. I can tell. Um, I kind of do need some water. I just chugged. Y'all watched me chug it. I gotta fill my water. Kind of don't even want to break the zone, but I'm getting thirsty already and I need to. So I kind of gotta do a beer back and hope that we like find our fucking niche again, okay? And then I'll rip this bong. So I'll be back. 3 minutes. I gotta get some water. I love you all. We're gonna keep talking about. It's gonna be very much based in like music. We can talk music entities, and we can talk. I don't want to talk record companies though. That's the thing. Kurt doesn't really want to talk about the human nature of his life, but rather the spiritual nature of the things he didn't talk about in this life, right? So there's like a lot to be discussed, but some once again of the ideals that came up initially with John Lennon. So John Lennon readings were some of the first readings I did with this deck, and that's how I knew it was my necromancy deck was because the first reading I did, even though I intended to do zodiac readings, it was John Lennon. It was like the first time I channeled someone on my tarot channel when I was still doing YouTubes and Twitter lives and stuff like that. So, anyways, get yourself some water, go to the bathroom, grab some pen and paper, whatever you got to do. Pack a bowl, whatever. I'm gonna see. Yeah, this has like so much weed in it still. I'm not gonna like down this to pack a fresh one. This is fresh as fuck. Come back and celebrate the birthday of Kurt Cobain quickly. Not quickly come back. Meander along. So 3 minutes. Go do your thing. You'll search, babe, at any cost. But how long, babe, can you search for what's not lost? Everybody will help you. Some people love every kind. But if I could save you any time, come on, give it to me. You'll keep it with mine. 4 for 4. Somewhere anyway, right? Okay. I can't help it if you might think I am odd. If I say I'm not loving you for what you are, but for what you're not. Everybody will help you discover what you set out to find. But if I could save you any time, come on, give it to me. You keep it with mine. Should we do the last verse, y'all? Or is it annoying when I sing? You're all still here, so obviously you are enchanted. I promise I'm not really a siren as far as I'm concerned. Weird that you keep putting people's full names out there. You're just living a different reality than me, I guess. So he's no longer here. We could talk to him if you want. Sometime, maybe not right now. A lot of army dudes come up on the channel though because they understand that I have a deep respect for the personnel rather than the machine of it all, right? So the train leaves at 10:30, but it'll be back tomorrow, same time again. The conductor, he's weary, still stuck on the line. But if I could save you any time, come on, give it to me. You keep it with mine. That's it. That's the whole song. Some people did get impatient, did not like it, and were not enchanted. They said, fuck this shit, I'm not waiting anymore. Or something cooler came out, who knows. So far, we've gotten one card out of this deck. I also will see, so we can kind of get back to the dead, you know? Probably should say Kurt Cobain so we can get back in his energy, but we got a couple cards on the table. And we have 2 that came up before the break. And I did get some water. I need more water, honestly, but that's what I got right now. Things are about to look very honest, okay? Things are about to come forward in a way that's more open than they were before. And that's part of being this liquid clear Pisces season and having this moment of sobriety and being able to work on our issues and healing without using a crutch or something to depend on, but rather facing our fears, facing these things head on, which is why we have the skull of darkness in reverse with ghost in reverse. So we're saying the opposite of a blind spot and the opposite of having regret. The more you move in the light and like move openly and share your agenda rather than having a hidden agenda, the more successful things are going to be. So just remember, we have trick or treat and midnight over here. So mischief and play and the most magical hour of all. Be delighted in conversations at midnight. Stop getting the wrong impression that people like talking to you at late hours means that they want to fuck you. That's the most immature, idiotic, stupid fucking thing I've ever heard. First of all, there's a whole song called Afternoon Delight. You can literally get dick anytime. Do not be so dense as to think because someone answers your calls during PM hours that somehow is indicative of how much they want you in a way that is intrinsically sexual, okay? Because here's the thing, some people operate at night. I work at night. I'm nocturnal. I am asleep during the morning, so half of my business day is during booty call hours. Who get like that's not always an indication that somebody hitting you up at night is not necessarily because they want something out of you. Sometimes they just got off work. Sometimes they are going into work. Sometimes maybe you need to get to know them or ask their intentions before you assume the worst. Or if it is the worst, you need to make it clear what your intentions are. Because that's how it comes off to people. It's like it's sometimes just a normal time for them. So kind of like look, vampire emotional intelligence. You've got to know the difference between somebody trying to drain your energy and somebody who's just generally fucking booty call hours are very real. You know it, and it has a lot to do with the times the bar closes, right? And when they stop serving alcohol, depending on where you're at. Yeah, pathetic, sad. Mostly straight people. Also, back to alcohol being bad. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's okay, sweets. It's late. Not all of us are insomniacs all times of the day. We love you so much. I hope that I can keep it calm enough to allow you to fall asleep if you want to keep us on. I know my voice can be very soothing, so have a merry sleep and sweet dreams, my dear Morphin Edge. Thank you once again for joining us. And do what you wish, as you wish, at all times, little fish. Happy birthday, even though you're a Taurus. Okay, cool. Beautiful. Mwah. I can't help it. Mummy, time for some change. If you might think I am odd. Got a little stack here. Yeah, things are gonna start making more sense. Things are gonna start clearing up. You're gonna understand them. Oh yeah, we're gonna rip the bong for Kurt's birthday. Happy birthday, Kurt. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Happy birthday, Kurt. I get that. And honestly, I'm not the best person to talk to because um I do show others how I actually feel, and it's very, very, very rarely well received. I am too much. I can express my love in ways that are so over the top and so obvious and so joyful and expressive and loving, and people will take it as a threat, an insult, slap in the face, petty. I can't even like I can't even go there. Like I cannot even process how people think. Sometimes expressions of love or feelings in general is just inherently evil, no matter how you do it. So um, there's a happy medium. You have to know when it's worth expressing your emotions because sometimes you can express your emotions to people who don't feel anything, and well, then what was the point? Then once again, it's a threat. So okay, you say as a dude, but what you really mean is as a millennial man because you're 35 years old and dudes these days, they do express themselves, whether it's through music, poetry, or just talking to one another. We live in a different world. We're almost like that's not really true anymore. Dudes can express themselves. You just don't know how because you're joining so late in the game. Millennial. It's not because you're a dude. It's because you're old and you don't know how. You didn't keep up with the times. You didn't allow yourself to move with it. You didn't allow yourself to learn along the way. You know? Yeah. You're used to the old ways. You've not adapted to the new ways. That's going to be your biggest lesson this year. So remember to have some fun. Remember to have some fun and connect with your guides, connect with your elders. I think John Lennon's going to come back around this month and be really important to us and really kind of close off the year strong and kind of make a lot of things make sense. And it's going to be very beautiful and it's all going to come together. And I'm like, kind of get it. And I kind of am also like, it's hard to believe without it happening in front of me or knowing anything about it. And it's also like having faith and trusting that everything works out for its highest good and everyone's highest good. And even if no matter how real it is or how hard you want it or how much you know it or think it or always felt it and believed it, you have to also accept that in some reality you have to know that if it's bad it will refrain from happening and you have to accept that loss. And like I also know that. Go away. Good Lord. Good Lord. It's like I didn't need to say anything or do much. I could tell when you smile. It's like I didn't need to say anything or do much. I could tell when you smile. You owe me a tip. Midnight, the most magical hour of them all. Trick or treat. Where did these come from? Because now it's randomly Skull of Light and Illumination. We didn't get that. Everything that's done in the dark is about to come to light. That's going to be pivotal for this month, and that's why it's better to be sober so that you miss nothing and you see every goddamn little last nook and cranny of every fucking hook and nook that you need to. Okay? Like, you gotta be able to observe it all and take it all in. Better to not cloud your judgment either. This is gonna cloud our judgment. This is gonna make us see the best in things and the best in situations and people and places and shit. Smoke and mirrors. We're gonna allow the smoke because we're gonna want to see a mirror. Okay? But it's not us that they're reflecting. They're projecting whatever the fuck they want and then making it seem like, yeah, that's you, right? No, 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 no. Let me clear the smoke in a room. Let me clear the smoke in a room. Earth, happiness in our hearts and homes. Know when to withdraw and make sure that you're in a comfortable space that you enjoy. Make it your own, no matter where you are. Okay? All this, most of this, pretty much this, mostly garbage. Okay? A lot of this literally is garbage. So embrace it. Okay? Don't say you can't. You can't do that. You can't do that. Anybody can fucking do some of the shit that I do, honestly. I just do it with this like confidence or uniqueness that is me, and you could too, if you so choose. This is literally a garbage. It's a piece of cardboard. All of these little fucking you can't see them right now, but you've seen them before. It's little pieces of cardboard that they put at the bottom of your carry-out bag to make sure that your food doesn't spill. That I colored out with some fucking Sharpies that I found outside of a coffee shop like 10 years ago. Somebody else found them and gave them to me, and it was 7 years ago. Thank you, Nate. Okay. So that's is it really that hard? Is it or is it just accepting what's given to you and going in with it? 41114, 8 people. So is it just about embracing what's in front of you and just making with what's due and working with what you got and like recognizing how much you already have is so much more than what other people have and what they're working with? Hello, I'm using a Yeti and a $50 fucking camera that someone else bought me. My $20 ring light. That's cool. That's like a total of $200 that I put into this. Some, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's such a vibe. Why? Because I'm here. Free sunglasses, 99-cent shirt, $2.50 sweater, $2 shirt. All this jewelry gifted to me. Okay, so who am I to say, well, I do walk the walk. I think it's about fucking time I talk the talk. And I put these cards are in reverse. Ancestors in reverse. You know what? Maybe it's time to break tradition, break cycles, and stop doing what they did because they fucking ruined society and took over the earth, colonized the fuck out of it, destroyed resources, and made people poor. Maybe it's time you stop doing what your ancestors do. Maybe it's time you do put an end to some of these nonsensical traditions and stop wanting the things that they want for you because maybe they weren't good people and it's time to recognize that. And we are talking ancestors and not relatives necessarily. Eternal love would represent relatives because it's like love is love and transcends physical death. It's like the, thank you, Darlie. It's like the reincarnation aspect of the eternal love. Ancestors goes a little further back. So this is for all us white people on here, really. Okay, maybe it's time to break some of the traditions that you have. Oh yeah, for sure. Whatever the fuck that means. We channel aliens on this channel for sure. Thanks for tuning in. Good game. Good baby. Good baby. Good baby. Okay. I have a lot of makeup on my face and I'm starting to itch this. So you were saying multidimensional being. Somebody asked me what this means. I said, I don't know. I was inspired by my shirt and was trying to make it match. But I didn't scratch my face at all tonight until you came on here. So if you've ever seen this before and know what that means, let me know because I don't. I got nothing. It just says, dude, because my shirt says sweet. So then the other side of my cheek matches this shirt, which just has like random filigree. I didn't want to try to replicate it because I knew it would be off. So if that means anything to you, multi-dimensional entity, that'd be LOL. Yeah. Okay. So time to let go of a lot of traditions and stuff. And winter is over. Come spring, you'll be a new thing. It's time for decolonization of planet Earth. It's time for decolonization of planet Earth. Okay. Y'all need to be more grateful to live here, though, for real. I'm the only one I know picking up other people's trash. And why are y'all even have trash out here? The fuck? It is bad enough the trash just goes into a landfill. It's bad enough y'all can't reduce the amount of fucking waste you produce in a day. It's bad enough that someone else has to clean it the fuck up. Okay? Y'all need to live correct, grateful in every fucking step, or you will lose this fucking planet, you fucking idiots. Sorry, that wasn't to anybody personal. That was because you said multi-dimensional? Yeah, I got a multi-pass. Look at my haircut. Okay, next. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm being facetious, but very pow, pow, pow. Lost a lot of people in that. Okay. Nobody owes me for anything that I just said, apparently. Flip that one upside down too. So you don't owe me a tip, apparently. Okay. Um, bad jokes. Sorry. Too much. Visibility, authenticity. Be who you are in the front and in the back. You know? Kind of like not a moment. Cauldron, synergy, and healing. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy how far it's gone. It's gotten out of control. Like it's just gotten out. Everything has gotten out of control. So yeah, yeah. But you have to understand, species go extinct regardless, and it's hard to say that everything was going to survive anyways. So I think that if humans had not been the mass extinction, there probably still would have been mass extinctions. It's something we also have to grapple with. That if humans can play God, you have to understand that God has human-like tendencies, right? That's like nature. A lot of things have gone extinct naturally, so there's not really much of a loss there. And us trying to breed when honestly the whole point is natural selection is not to be petting them, But if they go extinct, then they no longer wish to be incarnated on this earth, and we're forcing them to do that. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, 108. Nice. You probably will too, honestly, sweetheart. He'll be sure you lived longer than him. Actually, be 109, Joey. I'm sorry about that too. That's very sad. To have to live so long, you'll outlive everyone you know, but you'll know so many people that you'll still be so beloved and missed by the time you are gone. Like my dear loved one. I think you'll live a long, 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 long time. Of course, if you can't get a control on the alcohol, it'll get cut short, but I think you'll be 109. No, I think you'll live to be older than your Pop Pop. You didn't call him Pop Pop, did you? Exactly. We talked about, okay, somebody earlier said that they didn't think that we were gods, and I was like, well, technically if you manifest your own reality, like you're in charge of yourself, then you're a god of your own world. But I think there's like a greater god amongst us, and that's a neon monster in space. I've seen him. He's like, yeah, I'm God, I'm behind everything. And I'm like, no way, that makes a lot of sense. And he's like, yeah, there's so many layers. Are you serious? You're fucking kidding me about Papa. Shut up. You're gonna be so old, man. You better take care of yourself. Joey, you got more than 9 lives. Oh my god. You're gonna get lonely. You better fucking take care of yourself, okay? So you can still get a young broad when you're 100. Yeah, Joey, you're gonna live a long time, man. Fuck. Yeah. That's so funny and cute. You gotta outlive Pawpaw. Thank you, Strigley. Welcome. In case y'all are just tuning in and not sure what's going on, I'm the Necromancer. It's Kurt Cobain's birthday. He didn't really want to talk because about a month ago we did a stream for the 27 Club on January 27th. I don't do personal readings on this channel, so sorry. You should just tune in and vibe with us. Sometimes it does get pretty personal. What I mean by necromancy is reanimation of the dead in some way, shape, or form. In my case, sometimes I possess them, or they possess me, I should say. Sometimes I get channel messages, then I can see things or present to them in a way that I can speak. Well, right. We were actually talking about the difference between these two earlier, mediumship and necromancy. It's probably dark, yeah. We were talking about my, my blood, sacrificial blood, aka my period, is synced to the full moon and the mid moon. To be honest with you, yeah, it's probably pretty dark, but it's the reanimation of it. Being able to see people and bring them to me and be able to talk to them rather than hearing a message from the other side. Being able to host them as if I were the other side, if that makes sense. And every time I go to the cemetery, they all get up. So that to me is necromancy. Okay. Jack-o'-lantern protection. Because they fuck with me. Because I rock with Anubis. Because that's who I am as a person. Because I'm a daughter of Persephone. Because I kind of just think there's a difference between channeling and being a medium and being, into necromancy. Plus, I'm very romantic. I am very romantic. I'm a poet and a beatnik. And fuck yeah. Been astro traveling since I was a child. I just could not conceptualize the depth or what that really meant until I was like 27 years old. And by that point, I wanted to just kill myself because holy fuck, it's been a long reality of that. Yeah, for sure. Kind of don't really know why me other than maybe alien genetics, but we'll see. Skull of Darkness. I gotta watch what I say for some reason, even though you can kind of watch any of my streams and I say a lot more than this. Why seeing, why is action? Maybe you should take after. You will never know what it tastes like if you do not take a bite. I totally associate with demons, but not really with devils, but I adore Satan. I think Satan's wonderful. He's a great guy, really misunderstood. Kind of has nothing to do with like being in charge of anything down there is the thing, is the misconception with Satan. He's just mostly a bodyguard. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm Catholic. So we also really talk about Jesus a lot, but we just have some really out there ideas on who Jesus was. I'm a confirmed Catholic though. I went to parochial schools my whole life, so it's a balance. Like I do have like religious. I mean, I have. You can't see it, but I have Saint Pio on my wall. If that like makes you feel any better, unless you already left, I don't know. So um, demons are okay to me though. Most of them are angels that work in hell. Same equivalent, different place. But devils are like jinn, and I don't really like devils. That's the thing. Devils are the tricksters. Devils are the ones that you need to watch out for. The devil comes as a disguise and making deals with the devil. That's I that believe all that stuff. But to attribute that to Satan or demons or Lucifer is unfair because they're not devils, you know? And devils are really the ones to look out for. So I'm not into devils. Satan's not a devil, he's a draconian. Draconian. Darkonian is the real word. This is like a whole thing. I don't know where this. Hold on. Darkonian. No, Draconian is real. He's Darkonian. Okay. Draco is the word. Draconian is the real word. So Satan's Darkonian. It's like a breed of demon, but they're very big, beastly, like tiefling style demons, and they walk upright. And he's huge. He's like 7 feet in human figures, but in another dimension, he's even bigger than that. But comparatively, he'd be like maybe I don't know. He's like huge, right? And he's solid red. But he just is a keeper. He's just like yeah. They do target the nice ones because um think about you are a nice guy. You're a nice dude. You're not a nice guy. Nice guy has a bad connotation. You are a nice dude, Joey, and I love you. I'm gonna keep a conversation going. Much love. I read your message. Not gonna get into it, but I know you got this. So, um, Satan's more of a bodyguard. He just kind of goes around and collects, and he's making sure everybody's on their best behavior and taking feedback and reports. Because if he gets too many complaints about someone, he's gonna have to go pick them up. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's like a glorified probation officer transporter, and everybody thinks he's like in charge of what goes on in hell. Bro, he has nothing to do with that. Satan is literally like out here in the fields, checking on people, making sure everybody's okay. People who have made many complaints, people who have gotten a lot of complaints about them, he goes and checks in. He's like a fucking a guidance counselor, like a social worker, you know? It's Satan. But he'll come pick your ass up. That's why he's so scary looking. Because if you're doing time, he's gonna come get you, right? Same with demons. Demons are like these little guys. Half of them are partially humanoid, the others are partially animaloid. um, like many different forms. A lot of them worked in heaven and got expelled and demoted to hell or whatever. And in reality, where do you want sinners to go? Do you want them to go to heaven? And then you're going to be mad that Lucifer runs this place? God appointed it to him. I don't know why anybody thought that was malicious or some kind of punishment. It sounds like God trusted Lucifer more than anybody to run the place where they have to keep people in check and serve out their punishments. How is that necessarily negative or inherently negative? That will never make sense to me. Who made Lucifer the bad guy when God appointed him? However, these human interpretations are telling these stories is fucking ridiculous. Like it just doesn't even make sense. He kicked him out and like, why would he give him so much power if that was his enemy? It makes no sense. It's a promotion, not a demotion. You know what I mean? So Lucifer is not necessarily a fallen angel, but his chosen angel to run the place that was okay, there's heaven. But honestly, when so many religions are rooted in pedophilia and the rewards are things like virginity and purity and anti-sex, it's hard to want to go to heaven. That's really disgusting and fetishizing children, especially when people like priests in the Catholic Church, which I already said I'm Catholic, so word, I will talk about this. I'm a confirmed Catholic. I did my time. It's very much my territory. A lot of them priests diddle kids. You think I'm trying to get into the heaven? Fuck no. What the fuck are y'all doing up there? I'd much rather go to hell. Thank you so much. You're only gonna serve a fucking sentence if you actually sin. And like premarital sex is far from being a sin. Smoking weed is far from being a sin. You know, being a lush or being greedy or being a rapist, yeah, sure. That's what those are all sins. Those were all definitely gonna get you punishments, get you time in hell. But other than that, we're just chilling, still partying, doing whatever. Witchcraft and stuff. It's just a different place. It's just like, fuck yeah, finally, and then like fuck you, go back there in the fucking prison. Same as here. It's like, what the fuck is the big deal? It's kind of weird, especially when you look at Greek mythology, the story of Zeus and Hades being brothers, and everybody assumes Hades is this bad guy because he runs the underworld. Because, oh, that's cool. Yeah, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'll try to remember to look into that. So, um, that's just it though, right? Is that Zeus acts like Hades is this bad guy who, because he lives in the underworld, he's in Hades. That's like the equivalent of hell. Once again, who decided that was a bad thing? When Zeus is the one who kidnapped a 12-year-old boy, gave him eternal life, and turned him into a sex slave so that he could have a 12-year-old sex slave for eternity. Can you process that? How long ago that was? How before Catholicism that was? How deeply rooted pedophilia is in religion and in society and in so many parts of the world? Can you fucking fathom that? That's disgusting. I'm gonna go with Hades. I'm gonna go with Persephone's. I'm gonna go there. I'm not trying to get into wherever the fuck Zeus is. Gross. He's a literal predator, a pedophile, a kidnapper. Okay? Like what the fuck? He was already cheating on his wives, impregnating his daughters, and then he went and kidnapped a fucking 12-year-old boy, gave him eternal life, and turned him into a sex slave. Hello. Why the fuck is Hades the bad guy? Okay, so you have to like really question what the fuck people are telling you before you question me. um, that's so funny, right? So yeah, that's my long answer. Yeah, fuck with demons. What the fuck? They're my babies, my servants. They love me. They're so helpful. I love my darling little demons. We don't do jinn stuff though. We don't fuck with devils and stuff. We don't make no deals and shit. Two very different energies. And Satan has nothing to do with either one of them. He's a descendant of dragons, crossbred with demons. That's why he's so big, bipedal, red, and has horns, but has a calming, protective energy and great strength and great size. Demons are pretty small, typically speaking. Satan and other Draconians are very large. They're like tieflings, are like the closest thing, D&D tieflings, closest thing to Satan as you could describe. Like his breed, but they're Draconian, not tieflings. Tieflings is a fantasy name. Um, just from what I learned in the stream, I looked up Draconian, and the only thing that comes up is Draconian. But that's Satan told me he's Draconian. I don't know. It's like a half breed of a dragon and a demon. You know, so it's cool. But yeah, that's because I have a Catholic background and a Christian background that I feel this way, and I've learned this much because I've been studying this for 25 years. And I've been practicing necromancy that long too, because you have to understand as well, when it comes to the necromancy and the mediumship, is the way I was introduced to it was through the Catholic Church because they put a lot of emphasis on Jesus being dead. They use his image not like you might see a picture of Jesus, but the Catholic Church uses his dead body hanging on the cross as their emblem. That's what's hanging in their churches. That's what's hanging in those classrooms. That's what's hanging around their necks. It's very strange, but it's very tied to necromancy because Jesus brought himself back to life and he brought others back to life too. So it's one of those things where it's very much more necromancy than it is just channeling or mediumship, because that's very surface level reading in a moment, but necromancy is a much deeper practice and more rooted in worshiping the dead just as much as it is about talking to them. So, yeah. I am completely ignoring the chat because these are not real chatter hours. The turquoise box is tarot time. So I'm not acknowledging any of you. But it seems like maybe as the tarot conversation, would we like to have chat time, or we want more of these cards? How are y'all feeling about these cards? Look, eternal love. Some of y'all deciding whether or not to cut people off right now. It's gonna be a per basis. You don't gotta cut everybody off. You gotta just decide where people are at and trim accordingly. Okay, to answer anybody's question who was thinking about that. If you got the vibe of I want to cut everybody off at the same time, first of all, it's winter. You're gonna feel a bit cagey and a bit ragey and a bit sensitive, perhaps. Just wait till spring for things to work itself out. I don't know what you mean by invisible tarot, but I definitely don't need tarot cards to do readings, if that's what you're asking. I've never done a cord cutting ritual. I actually prepared myself to do a cord cutting ritual, and then I got blocked by somebody who was afraid of magic, who kind of I told was doing, but it was vague about it and didn't really explain it because I was like, you don't need to know that. And got blocked, so I reconsidered it. Sat on it for months and months and months. Thought about it for a long time. Got a lot of insight. Got a lot of signs. Kind of followed a vibe. Kind of tried to figure it out. A year almost has gone by since I decided, you know what, instead of doing a cord cutting ritual, let me pray for healing and bless this connection and return nothing but positive energy back instead of cutting it if I was blocked the first time I tried to do a cord cutting ritual, because it felt like the priority cord to cut. And in that time, a lot of other cords needed to be addressed before I addressed that one. And of course, the more I've never physically cut any cords, but people naturally removing themselves from my life has been an interesting delight because I was so close to allowing an oversaturation of connections and people draining and being attached to me. Cut a very, very important cord. Okay, before it was meant to be cut, because that would have sucked, I think, in the long run. So I'm not even sure I advise cord cutting rituals, as they're haphazardly and could be disastrous in so many different ways. But I think it's best to acknowledge the root of things before you go and willy-nilly cut. Seeing wise action. Make sure you're not following rituals off to create mischief and play. Those people oftentimes just don't know. Okay. Mummy, change. Things are going to change, though. It's going to die down. The less of it you see, the more you can trust it. Feel darkness, blind spots. Okay, because, yeah, it's a lot harder to sneak in the fake stuff if it's not an oversaturated market like it became during COVID. Stuff still dying down. There's not witches against Trump. Whatever the fuck else. It was like so hot for a second. It's dying down a little bit. The magic's gonna feel a lot stronger when you come across it once again, as it should, as it was always been. The veil of the future. We're going into a period of invisibility and authenticity, right? being your true self behind closed doors and realizing that you can't just be who you want to be on the internet. You have to be who you are. Okay? There you are. Wash your hands and wash your face. Water, God, vaporized and gone to outer space. My scene, my action. No, dawn after the light after darkness. Period of darkness is gonna end. Skull of flowers grinning through the ashes. What are you gonna do? Try, and try again. So you gotta give up and do something else, right? Yep. So if you want to, leave a tip. If you don't, you're a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's vampire and lady. Um, hell yeah. Kind of love that for you. No, I think I'm too tired. I think I gotta go. We almost made it to 5 hours tonight. This is a longer stream than the last few streams I've done, and I appreciate that there's so many viewers tonight. I'm here every Sunday and Monday and Thursday and Friday, unless I denote a time otherwise. And just know if I don't show up, I'm just very ill out of it or not feeling it at all. But once again, there's usually a warning if I'm not going to. So, if you want to, you can follow my Instagram at IllyMilly or at ILMisX. And you can see on my story, I announce every time that I do a tarot stream because I do not schedule my streams. They do start at varying times every evening that I do stream. I have days, my typical days that I stream, as mentioned, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. But the times really vary. So if you ever want to actually know when I'm about to stream, you kind of just have to follow me on Instagram, something, because I don't schedule them. It's too hard. I wait until I feel right and ready. That's it. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of thing. So, um, other things you could do is go on my website, www.illymilly.com. You can book a personal reading if you want to. My books are open. Or you can buy yourself something. Or you can watch some of my other free content that I have on there, like my web series or some past streams or other things. You can also catch some old readings on YouTube or some of the archives. Patreon. Plenty to do while I'm gone. And I will be back tomorrow. But for now, well, later today at this point, happy birthday, Kurt Cobain. Maybe we'll hear, now that we've introduced him, maybe we'll hear from him tonight. That's okay. Because my ear's ringing now, and I feel like somebody tuned in and was hoping to see more or something, or just was here and feeling it now. Show's been over, but boy, I feel it now. Still on the ground. No, it never takes you very long. No, it never takes you very long. You can listen to my album on my website too. If you enjoy my singing, you won't enjoy my music necessarily just because you enjoy my singing. That's the thing. Borderline intolerable music, but it's fun. So you can keep yourself busy while I'm gone. There's so much to do. You can even sign up on my website, become a member, and post to my forums if you wanted to. It's kind of cool and it's free. All you really need to do is an email address and put your name and maybe make a note of where you came from, like Twitch, because then I'll approve you. And if I don't really know who the fuck you are, I probably won't approve you. So, but it's cool. So I think that's great. I think it's just like, yeah, I think it's just time for me to go. So I'll probably play some ads because money. And then I'm gonna end the stream. Yeah, me and Polaroid are the only ones who have posted in the forum so far, so you should join us because it's cool. It's cool. Fuck social media. Fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry, Jeff, but fuck you too. You're all billionaires. It's time we just do our own thing. So, all right. BRB. I'm not really coming back. I'll just say good night gently from across the screen. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me be me. Thank you for everything. Thank you. Please join me again. Okay, everybody, and as promised, I'm not coming back to this dream, so I just wanted to say one more time that I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Good night and good luck.